Okay, this is a quick video saying the control scheme I think we want on Stingray. No, not Stingray. Stinger, which is the name we chose for the robot. So here I pulled up our last year's driver schematic so I can show what I think this year's should be. Okay, so let's start out with basics. I think it should be grid driving with this joystick. So it's like forward is forward and strafing is in this axis. Um, I haven't decided yet if we want gyro synchronized or not. I think we do, right? But yeah, strafing that axis, driving that axis. On this joystick, I think we want a normal drive system. So forward again on this axis and left right on this axis. I know it's a little bit weird that we have forward on this axis and we have forward on this axis, but I think it will work. Because basically I'm just trying to copy what we did in the off season with that drivetrain that works so well. Okay, let's move into intake. So the triggers, right trigger and the left trigger, I think that should be intake. So right trigger is intake in, left trigger is intake out. Um, and they are just I press it and the intake goes. When I stop pressing it, the intake stops. Um, yeah. So the intake also activates the hopper. Yeah, the hopper box. It puts the hopper box in the correct position. Um, so when I press intake, the hopper box goes to the intake position. When I press outtake, the hopper box goes a little bit lower, so the box can actually get out. That's something that we saw today. Was that if the hopper is at the intake position, then the blocks can only get in, they can't get out. If we need to get them out, I don't know why, but we need to do that. But okay. So yeah, that would be the intake. Um, on the okay. Um, so on the Y button, I think that should be our main scoring button. So when I press Y, the the arm rotates up and extends out to score. If it didn't take so long to render this. But yeah, it does something like that, right? So this thing rotates all the way up and it lifts up to the correct distance so we can score. So that's our fully automated score button. Also so for the intake slash hopper again, if I'm not pressing anything, then the hopper goes to the position where um, if the blocks slash balls cannot fall out, so we don't lose anything. Okay, B I think should be the score button. So when I hit B, the hopper goes into the scoring place. Okay, A should be, I haven't thought about A yet. We'll come back to A. I think of anything else. I think this D-pad has to be manual controls for both the extend and the tilt because we always like manual controls. So I think extend up is, or out should be this one. Up D-pad, extend. Down is down D-pad. Tilt to left, or tilt to the front of the robot should be left D-pad, and tilt to the back of the robot should be right D-pad. Okay. Um, I want to use the Logitech button in the middle to also say go to our gyro 0. So like line up with the crater slash line up with the lander. So get in that position, like just turn to that position. So I don't have to do it manually. That means we still have X and A open. We still have the bumpers open. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe what we should do is we should have a. I'm not 100% sure about this, but maybe we do the manual controls on the bumpers and these buttons, and we leave the D-pad to presets on driving. Oh wait, no, never mind, never mind. I know what these have to be. A has to A is our intaking position. So when we press A, the um the arm goes from all the way up and extended to into the intaking position, which is not this position, which is that position. It goes to something like that, right? And it has all the presets associated with that. And then X maybe is like it goes to this position. The driving around. I don't really want to intake anything right now. I just want to drive around position. Or maybe the let's go hang position. Something like that. But yeah. Um and then for the bumpers, I guess we don't need to fill up every button, but yeah, I don't know what we would do for the bumpers. I'm sure there's a manual control that I'm maybe forgetting that we want to do. Um, nope. I think we got everything manually. Okay. So yeah. Bumpers we could just leave out for now. Maybe for the bumpers we do like a slow mode of the extend, something like that, or maybe we'll have extend on the bumpers. Um, just 'cause I think I'm gonna be doing that a lot, along with because when I'm thinking about it, is that I go and score, right? And then after I score, I press the A button. The robot ends up something like here, right? And then I have to extend. So I'm going to be doing manual extending a lot. So maybe we should have extend on the bumpers. Maybe that would be easier. And then tilt manual is just on the left D-pad and the right D-pad. Okay, I think that makes more sense so you don't accidentally hit the up D-pad and the bottom D-pad. Maybe maybe up D-pad instead of the Logitech button could be the I want to face forward button. So to tell the robot that um, I want to be lined up with the creator. Okay, I think that's all. If we have any question, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask.